Hello, we're going to be doing a plant tour today of my mostly carnivorous plant collection up here in Northern California. I might skip the specifics of the plants, the different species names, and maybe just stick with the basics. So here we have a Nepenthes ventricosa. What you can see is a modified leaf right here. And these plants basically produce these pitchers, if you want to say, where insects will go inside, get stuck in there and get digested with, a type of fluid that these plants produce. These are vining plants, and you can see an example of that with this larger guy right here. If you notice, a pretty small 6-inch pot and how the vine extends all the way out there. And what you're going to see is different types of these modified leaves, these pitchers on different species here. So you can tell the coloration, mostly red with some yellow. Also, you're going to see this guy right here, this larger one with a nice peristome and some speckle. Also, the younger pitchers are more green in color. And these tendrils, do curl onto something to hang on to. So as they do vine, they have some support and they'll produce more pitchers in time. And here's some other species right here. These are still pretty young and small. You can see, here's one of those pitchers right here. You can kind of see the spines on the front of it. There's this guy right here. And some over here. These will produce pitchers in time. And of course, we can go to some other types of carnivorous plants. These are Sarracenia, a type of pitcher plant. So the insects go inside these tubes of the plant, and again, they get stuck in there and get digested by some type of enzymatic fluid that the plant produces on its own. There's a couple different ones, bigger one, small one. We have a couple other species ahead of us. And here is what we call a sundew. So these plants produce hair-like structures, some villi, and bugs get stuck on their leaves, and the plant actually curls around them, and the fluid on these little hair-like projections will digest the insects in time. Here's a butterwort. Similar idea. Bugs will go ahead and get on those leaves. They're sticky, and the leaves will actually start to digest those insects' fluids. Another type of sundew right here. Also, these leaves curl in their own style. Another type of pitcher plant. These are pretty small, a pretty rare species. They do remain pretty small, more ground-like. They don't really vine. Here's some pygmy sundews. And this will grow a long stem, a flower, where if a bug actually goes next to one of their flowers, it hits the bug, knocks it to the ground, and that produces fertilizer around the plant's base. So it's a pretty interesting plant, not technically carnivorous. And of course, we can jump to one of the most well-known carnivorous plants. These are the Venus flytraps. These are dormant at this time, this winter period in January. So there's a few different species here. Some, as you can see, are small, maybe getting their first, pops of leaves. A lot of the leaves have left. And then we have a collection of different types, a sundew, pitcher plant Sarracenia, and then there are some Venus flytraps in there, but not really present at this time. As well, you're going to see, not carnivorous, but grow similarly because of the humidity, these orchids. These also are seasonal, they take time to show any flowers. And then we have our Tillandsias, or air plants. These are also, similar to orchids. They don't really need the fertilizer. They just need some water, some sunlight, and they will grow. And then we have some succulents in a terrarium right here. Nothing really related to carnivorous, but just something pretty I had in here. All right, take care.